Welcome back to Science to Sleep By. And tonight, as the world around you slowly quiets, we are going to travel farther than almost any human mind usually dares to wander. Past the moon, beyond the planets, across the frozen edge of the solar system, and into a region so enormous that even light itself takes more than a year to cross only part of it. This is the Oort Cloud, the distant, invisible shell of icy objects believed by scientists to surround our solar system like a vast cosmic cocoon. Tonight's journey is not one of the speed or danger, but one of calm perspective. So settle in, relax your breathing, and allow the scale of the universe to gently carry your thoughts into the quiet dark. For most people, the solar system feels complete once we pass the orbit of Neptune. In school textbooks and documentaries, the planets seem to define the boundaries of our cosmic neighborhood. Yet, according to astronomers, Neptune is not even remotely close to the true edge. Beyond it lies the Kuiper Belt, a scattered region of icy bodies that includes Pluto, dwarf planets, and ancient frozen debris left over from the formation of the solar system more than 4.5 billion years ago. But even the Kuiper Belt is only the beginning. Far beyond that, at distances almost impossible to picture in ordinary human terms. Scientists believe there exists the Oort Cloud, a gigantic spherical reservoir of trillions, perhaps even quadrillions of icy objects drifting in near total darkness. Dutch astronomer Jan Oort first proposed its existence in 1950 after studying the strange behavior of long period comets. These comets arrive from every direction in space, not merely from the flat disk where the planets orbit the sun. To explain this mystery, Oort suggested that the solar system is surrounded by an immense shell of frozen material extending outward for thousands, perhaps even 100,000 astronomical units. One astronomical unit is average distance between the Earth and the Sun, about 93 million miles. Already, that single distance is difficult to imagine. Yet, the inner edge of the Oort cloud may begin around 2000 astronomical units away. The outer edge could stretch nearly halfway to the nearest stars. If Earth were shrink to the size of a marble, the sun might appear like a glowing lamp several feet away, while the Oort cloud would extend for miles in every direction. Voyager 1, humanity's farthest spacecraft, launched in 1977 and traveling at more than 38,000 miles per hour, has still not reached the Oort cloud after nearly 50 years of flight. Scientists estimate it could take Voyager another 300 years just to enter the inner region, and perhaps 30,000 years to completely pass through it. In other words, the spacecraft carrying humanity's famous golden record, our message to the cosmos, remains closer to Earth than to the true outer boundary of the solar system. And perhaps that is one of the most calming realizations of all. Humanity often feels technology advanced, connected, and fast moving. Yet, against the scale of Oort cloud, our entire civilization becomes astonishingly small and quiet, like a single flicker inside a cathedral sized darkness stretching beyond imagination. As scientists continue studying this distant region, The Oort cloud has become more than just a theoretical shell of icy debris. It may hold clues to the earliest history of our solar system and perhaps even the origin of water and organic material on Earth itself. Astronomers believe that during the violent formation of the giant planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, enormous gravitational interactions flung countless icy objects outward into deep space. Some escaped the solar system entirely, lost forever among the stars. Others become trapped in extremely distant orbits, forming the vast spherical cloud we discuss tonight. Every so often, however, something disturbs these ancient frozen bodies. A passing star, a molecular cloud drifting through the galaxy, or even the slow tidal pull of the Milky Way itself can gently alter their orbits. One tiny gravitational nudge may send a comet falling inward for millions of years toward the sun. Evenly after a journey longer than human history, the comet appears in Earth's skies as a glowing visitor with a luminous tail stretching across the darkness. Scientists believe many famous long period comets, including comets Hale Bopp, likely originated from the Oort cloud. Imagine that for a moment. Some comets visible in our skies began their journey before the first human built cities, before agriculture, before written language, perhaps before modern humans even existed. These icy travelers are efficiently time capsules from birth of solar system. These frozen interiors may preserve ancient chemistry unchanged for billions of years. Researchers study them carefully because comets contain water ice, carbon compounds, and complex organic molecules, ingredients associated with the chemistry of life. Some scientists even suspected that comet impact long ago may have delivered part of Earth's water and essential organic materials. In this sense, the Oort cloud is not merely distant debris. It could represent a deep frozen archive of our own origins. And still, despite all our telescopes and discoveries, no human has directly observed the Oort cloud itself. It remains too dark, too sparse, and too far away for current instruments to image clearly. Its existence is inferred through the mathematics, orbital mechanics, and the behavior of comets. There is something strangely peaceful about that. One of the largest structures connected to our solar system exists mostly as an idea supported by evidence and scientific reasoning hidden in darkness beyond direct sight. It reminds us that science is often an act of patience and humility. The universe doesn't reveal everything immediately. Sometimes understanding arrives slowly, one observation at a time, over generations of careful thought. And perhaps the most astonishing aspect of the Oort cloud is how it changes our understanding of distance itself. Human beings evolved to think in small scales, footsteps, roads, cities, perhaps continents. Even crossing an ocean once seemed impossibly vast. Yet cosmic scales rewrite the meaning of size entirely. Light from the sun takes just over 8 minutes to reach Earth. It reaches Neptune in about 4 hours. But to reach the outer edge of Oort cloud, sunlight may travel for more than a year. If solar system were reduced so that Earth orbited only 1 inch from the sun, the outer boundary of the Oort cloud could still extend more than a mile away. And beyond even that immense distance lies interstellar space and the nearest stars. Scientists estimate that the gravitational influence of sun fades gradually within this distant region, blending softly into the larger gravitational environment of the Milky Way galaxy. In a sense, the Oort cloud is both part of solar system and the part of galaxy beyond it, existing in a quiet borderland between home and the wider universe. Some researchers now suspect that countless stars possesses their own distant comet clouds as well, meaning our galaxy may contain trillions upon trillions of frozen objects drifting silently in darkness around distant suns. The universe, often imagined as fiery and explosive, may actually be dominated by immense and cold stillness. Temperatures in the Oort cloud likely hover near absolute zero, where motion slows and sunlight becomes only a faint star among countless others. Yet, even there, gravity continues its endless work, shaping orbits over millions of years with extraordinary patience. As you listen tonight, perhaps there is comfort in that patience. The cosmos doesn't rush, stars form slowly, galaxies drift slowly, and comets from Oort cloud may spend millions of years completing a single orbit around the sun. Against that backdrop, the worries of a single day become softer and less overwhelming. The universe is vast beyond comprehension, but it is also deeply calm. Somewhere far beyond Pluto, beyond the reach of sunlight, bright enough to warm anything, ancient icy bodies continue circling in silence around the distant glow of our star. And here on Earth, beneath our atmosphere and our night sky, we are connected to that immense structure whether we realize it or not. The atoms in our bodies, the water in our oceans, and perhaps even part of the story of life itself may trace back to those frozen outer regions. The Oort cloud is not simply the edge of the solar system. It is reminder that existence extended far beyond what human senses naturally perceive. It is a vast, unseen ocean of darkness surrounding our tiny world, patiently waiting at the edge of understanding. As humanity builds more powerful telescopes and prepares future generations of deep space missions, scientists continue wondering whether one day we may finally observe the Oort cloud directly. New observatories such as the NASA and the European Space Agency telescopes are helping astronomers detect distant icy bodies farther from sun than ever before. Some researchers believe there could even be undiscovered dwarf planets hidden within the inner regions of the cloud. Worlds so dark and remote that sunlight barely reaches them. Others speculate that the Oort cloud may act like a giant gravitational memory of the solar system's earliest chaos, preserving evidence of ancient planetary migrations billions of years ago. There is also fascinating possibility that objects from other star system may occasionally drift into our own cloud, while some of our comets may have wandered outward into interstellar space long ago, becoming traveler between the stars. In this way, The Oort Cloud may not be a sealed boundary at all, but a quiet meeting place between neighboring solar systems scattered across the Milky Way. And perhaps that is one of the most beautiful ideas in astronomy, that even in coldest and most distant regions of space, nothing exists completely alone. Gravity links everything together across unimaginable distances. The faint pull of stars, galaxies, and invisible dark matter slowly shapes the movement of objects over billions of years with incredible patience. As you imagine this distant shell surrounding our solar system, there is a strange sense of peace in realizing that universe doesn't end where human vision fades. Beyond every horizon lies another, and beyond every darkness waits another layer of wonder, quietly drifting through the cosmic night. And now, as our journey reaches its quiet end, and allow your thoughts to drift gently outward beyond Earth, beyond the planet, and into the still darkness of distant Oort cloud. Somewhere out there, frozen objects continue their silent paths around the sun, moving so slowly that entire civilizations may rise and disappear before a single orbit is complete. The universe is immense, calm, and patient. And tonight, for a few peaceful moments, you have traveled through it. So close your eyes, relax your mind, and rest beneath the endless stars. Thanks for watching. Good night.